Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, you have probably heard a lot of people talk about the true value of XRP. What is the true value of XRP? Is it $100, $1,000, so forth and on? But the thing is, when we talk about the real value of XRP, no one, including myself, will tell you what it is. Why? Because we actually don't know what it is. When we look at this market today, obviously we are very early. That is not a question. That is an actual factual statement. When we look at XRP today, yes, it is less than 50 cents. Yes, that's the actual value of XRP right now. But the thing is, and I said it in this tweet, remember that the values behind tokens like XRP today don't reflect its real value. Why? It's simple. This market is still just a passenger in a Bitcoin-driven vehicle. Utility today means nothing, and that's the truth. This is what gets me excited about tokens like XLM, XDC, and so many other ones. When the real value is revealed, that's when we get, or when we can finally get, just how early we are. Because listen, you need to learn to appreciate where you are at right now in this market. Because I don't think a lot of people understand and comprehend just how early this market really is. I said there are trillion-dollar projects in the space. Diversification is crucial. Do your own research, be patient, and keep immersing yourselves in the information behind the space, because it really is so damn crucial to understand what you are actually putting your money into. You can't just base your investments off of what somebody tells you. You actually have to do some research as well. And as we look at the space, it started with Bitcoin. And don't get me wrong, I think that Bitcoin is great. I think the original idea behind Bitcoin is great. The problem is that today's Bitcoin is not 2009, 2010, 2011, and so forth Bitcoin. It is 2023 Bitcoin, where you have people actually celebrating BlackRock, creating a Bitcoin ETF. That is not the real Bitcoin. That is not the original view of Bitcoin. Today, and as we look at today's market, I think the reflection on crypto is very clear. How can we innovate and make the traditional world extremely efficient by tapping into this technology? And that's where utility really lies. Outside of this, we're already starting to see the utility of XRP shining. Shout out to Wrath of Kahneman. He posted this on the 17th. Now, he is referencing the original announcement going back to August of 2022, so over a year ago, where Ripple partnered with Travelex Bank to bring crypto-enabled payment solutions to Brazil. We talk about the price of XRP quite a bit, and we talk about the demand of XRP quite a bit as well. The value behind XRP is ultimately driven just by the simple supply and demand ratio. That's it. There's not a secret price to XRP. There's not a hidden secret private ledger value of XRP. There is supply and demand. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, it's probably because you're underexposed to just how big of a factor the XRP ledger plays in this, apart with what Ripple is doing as well. We do see within this, now this is over a year ago, mind you, and we've gone over this, we actually see that they're tapping into on-demand liquidity here, improving cross-border payment flows. Now, mind you, cross-border payments is going to be a $250 trillion market in the next roughly 3 years or so. And that's a big deal. Institutions within Brazil, because again, Travelex Bank is one of the largest banks in Brazil, institutions are thriving around the DeFi, crypto, and blockchain space. They actually want to create a framework that prioritizes security and fosters innovation. More than $780 billion in payments are sent into Brazil per year, making it an opportune market for both Ripple as well as customers who will benefit from the capabilities of crypto to enable cheaper and faster cross-border payments. Now, the best thing about this, and the most important thing to note within this, is obviously the focus point on reducing pre-funded accounts, making cross-border payments a lot more efficient, also increasing the liquidity and things like that. But also, you need to make sure that you are focused on FX transactions. Now, This quote here, where it says Travelex Bank is a 100% digital and 100% personal bank. We were the first exclusive foreign exchange bank approved and regulated by the Central Bank of Brazil, focused on EFX transactions. We embrace tech to offer the best solutions to individuals and companies of all sizes and for the most diverse sectors. This is very interesting and exciting because guess what? This is proof that they are, one, tapping into on-demand liquidity, but also beyond that, they are heavily focused on the FX market. The FX market is a $7.5 trillion per day market. And that's not me making things up. I'm not trying to sell you guys a used car. Go look it up for yourself. That is a huge market. And when we talk about instant payments are becoming a big thing, but guess what? We haven't realized instant settlement. And when you tap into instant settlement around the FX market, $7.5 trillion, imagine how much demand that will create for specific digital assets. And we also know that XLM and XRP are the only two specific digital assets that are mentioned multiple times on documentation form regarding cross-border payments and FX transactions. We also know that Ripple is playing a key role in the UK, which makes up 38% of the FX market. That's crucial to know. Outside of this, right? We do see Travelex, Ripple partner, and XRP user On-Demand Liquidity Brazil has partnered with National Bank of Cambodia to trade the KHR at Singapore's Shanghai, hope that I'm saying that correctly, I'm probably not, airport. No, SBI Ripple Asia was the first DLT remittance scheme the NBC approved. Now, yes, we continue to see a lot of the domino effects expanding. What do I mean by that? Well, recently we've seen Tranglo grow rapidly. That's a Ripple-enabled partner and also an acquisition. This is another example of domino effects expanding. They tap into one partner, that partner taps into other ones, and it just kind of goes down the line. The snowball effect essentially as well. But beyond this, CBDCs. Ripple VP CBDC, the policy considerations justifying the implementation of CBDCs. The success of a CBDC is anchored by three core pillars of design: technology, policy, and usability, with user privacy as an underlying consideration for each. Now, a lot of people will say, there's no mention of XRP, there's no mention of XRP. XRP comes into place as a bridge currency. The more CBDCs, the more stable coins, the more things of tokenized value that rise, the stronger and stronger the use case behind XRP becomes. That's not me supporting CBDCs. For those out there that are going to go and say, oh, Nick, you're supporting CBDCs, what is wrong with you? Listen, I'm not here to support CBDCs. I'm not even here to tell you guys to not support CBDCs. At the end of the day, we know CBDCs are becoming a reality. Over 130 countries over the span of 3 years literally rose. May of 2020, 35 countries. July of 2023, 130 countries. Shout out to Drops XRP for this. Global exploration of CBDCs are continuously growing. The demand behind CBDCs is becoming a major trend. Whether or not you want to believe it or not, CBDCs have become a major key part of this new system. And for those out there that are going to bring up the fact that you have politicians that are trying to ban CBDCs, the politicians are on the same side that the central bank is on. They don't care about banning a CBDC. They're just creating a lot more, distractions behind it. Oh, look at CBDCs are getting banned. It's just the same thing that I talked about with DCENT banning a CBDC in Florida. That's on a state level. When we have a CBDC on an actual federal level, it overthrows the state movements. I keep telling you guys this. And beyond that, the US will have no choice. Because all of these other nations that are moving along with their CBDCs, guess what? It's becoming the standard. They need to innovate with a CBDC. But outside of that, as we look at a CBDC, it only strengthens the idea of DLT being tapped in. And it's also the idea of a bridge currency being 100% crucial. I've also talked about central bank digital currencies multiple times in the past, because guess what? When you have a CBDC, okay, it eliminates the need for a reserve currency. It's the same exact way that once you have instant settlement, you technically don't need a reserve currency. The world is changing around us. A new world order is on its way. I've been talking about this for a very long time on this channel simply because of what we have been given in terms of information. And we know that Ripple is playing a vital role behind all of this because they are already working with major CBDC initiatives. For example, MasterCard. Shout out to XRP Crow for this, but we do see Ripple and MasterCard to work on CBDC development and also digital currencies with several central banks. already with MasterCard. And we actually see this getting posted by Flip the Chain. And we do see why MasterCard is the right partner working with Ripple. MasterCard holds several patents on blockchain. Out of various patents, the patents on smart contract and offline transactions are quite important. MasterCard will use the bridging capability of XRP and leverage the knowledge of smart contracts and offline payment in the new payment ecosystem. Now, of course, this is speculation. Technically, yes, you could look at that. But I included this in a recent video because it is a crucial one as well, because we know offline transactions is a big deal around CBDCs. We also know that smart contracts regarding CBDCs and new payment schemes is also a crucial thing to leverage. And when you take that all into accountability and then you tap into XRP as a bridge currency, a decentralized bridge currency, mind you, then the entire game changes. Beyond this, we also know that there's already 5 live CBDC projects on the Ripple private ledger, which, yes, this is the private ledger. Some of these are actually on the public ledger. Remember, public and private ledger still utilizes the same exact XRP. There's no private XRP. There's only one XRP. David Schwartz talked about this. I've talked about this multiple times. Matt Hamilton talked about this. Many developers from the XRP community even talked about this. I don't know how many times we have to debunk the idea that there is only one XRP. There's not a private XRP. There's not a private price XRP. XRP is not $10,000 on a different ledger. There's one XRP. But we already have major dominance within the CBDC scene around Ripple and also even XRP. I also think that this is crucial to mention simply because we are starting to see major changes happening around central banks, specifically even with the BIS. And another great thing to note, shout out to Matthew Lin Y for this, is that the BIS is already working with Ripple on some major things, specifically harmonized ISO 20022 data requirements for enhancing cross-border payments. Final report. Check this out. This is from the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures. You guys remember the announcement back in the end of August where the BIS started collaborating with Ripple on this major initiative. And this is harmonized ISO 20022 data requirements for enhancing cross-border payments, a report to the G20. Check this out. We have Ripple next to all of these major players, and a lot of these are actual payment infrastructures. Like, we're talking about tips, for an example here. That's a big deal. Then you also have the American Bankers Association. You have PMPG. You have Payments Canada, Pay UK, UK Finance. These are players that are very large ones. And I keep telling you guys to keep a close eye out on these names that are tied back with Ripple on these major organization lists. And then also over here, we actually have the comment from Ripple going back to May 30th of this year, talking about the ISO 20022 harmonization. And also, this is a great thing to mention simply because as we actually look at the timeline here, from the time that Ripple actually won the lawsuit, from the time that it actually joined the CPMI, all of this seems to have been already planned in the past. This is May 30th. This is them commenting on this back in May, before the lawsuit announcement even came to be. A lot of what we are seeing is most likely NDA agreements that just haven't come to fruition yet, and they're waiting for specific things to align, like, for an example, regulation, standardization, things like that. But also, within this is all talking about a harmonized cross-border payment ecosystem that enhances efficiency, transparency, and compliance procedures, all tapping into DLT. To ensure successful harmonization, it is crucial to consider alternative approaches, such as DLT, and allow for flexibility in the adoption of messaging standards by defining a comprehensive set of core messages, accommodating country-specific requirements, and considering the impact on domestic systems. We can mitigate the risk of inconsistent message usage and fragmentation. This is a big deal. And I'm telling you, this is why I say, like, Ripple is tied back to all of these major players and all of the major events that are happening behind the scenes around the financial system. And for an example, here we have, why is this specific or significant? Look at the management group of ISO 20022. Look at this. Registration Management Group member list. 43 delegations from the following member entities. Look at these names. You literally have standardization. Actis, for an example. Actis is a big one. Bank of England, the BIS, Clearstream, the DTCC moving $2.4 quadrillion worth of securities per year. The EPC, Euroclear, the GPCS. These are huge names. The ISDA is on here as well. Over here, you have RippleNet, literally RippleNet, which is tapped in with on-demand liquidity. Swift is on here, Visa. The list goes on. Yes, Ripple's already tied to this. The central bank of central banks. This is why I keep telling you, we already won. And also, talking about Palau, guess what? Here are the real world learnings and details of the Palau stablecoin pilot we recently completed from the Ripple VP CBDC at Swell in Dubai. Under the hood of the Palau stablecoin project, Palau stablecoin is a digital currency issued and managed by the Palau Ministry of Finance in partnership with Ripple. This session will explore real-life lessons learned from the Palau stablecoin pilot, sponsored by the Palau Ministry of Finance, including ways to make payments easier and more affordable for the Republic of Palau. This is with James Wallace, who is, of course, the Vice President at Central Bank Engagements with Ripple. I keep telling you guys, like, listen, the technology stack behind Ripple with XRP, unmatched. It's absolutely unmatched. I see so many people, and I see way too many people, actually, I should say, trying to debunk things regarding like Ripple using XRP. And I don't know what changed, because these are the same people that, go back 4 years ago. They were, they were talking about how XRP is going to do this, XRP is going to, and then all of a sudden, like, it changed. But we already know all of the documents. We have all of the proof that we really need to tie Ripple and XRP back to this new system in some significant way. It doesn't have to move all of the money, but hell, even certain percentages could create a massive amount of demand for XRP. And with the supply ratio of XRP, I just can't see XRP sitting under $10. I just can't. And that's why I say, like, when we are actually out of this Bitcoin driven market, it's game over. Utility will shine. That's when the true value of XRP will be realized in. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and check the video Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.